Ghost Reflections. In the age of social media, where curiosity often trumps caution, three friends, Sarah, Mia, and Nicole, stumbled upon a viral TikTok video that showcased the haunted town of Blackwood Hollow. Rumored to be cursed, it was said that anyone who ventured inside was never seen again. Intrigued and excited, Sarah convinced her friends that they should visit the town. After all, ghost stories were just that, stories. As they approached Blackwood Hollow, a thick fog enveloped the landscape, swallowing the last vestiges of sunlight. The ancient buildings, with their cracked facades and shattered windows, loomed like dark sentinels. An unsettling chill ran down Sarah's spine. It felt as if unseen eyes were watching them, waiting. But she shrugged off the feeling, urging her friends forward. Upon entering the town, the silence pressed in around them, punctuated only by the crunch of gravel underfoot. They found an old mansion at the end of the street, its doors hanging askew. With a deep breath, Sarah pushed the heavy door open, revealing a dark hallway lined with peeling wallpaper and flickering shadows. "It's just an old house," she reassured her friends, but the words felt hollow in the eerie stillness. In the center of the hallway stood a large cracked mirror, its black frame ominous against the faded decor. The trio gazed into it, and their reflections warped unnaturally, eyes wide and twisted. "That mirror is creepy," Nicole said, stepping back. Fear etched across her face. Just then, soft whispers echoed around them, sending a shiver down Sarah's spine. "Let's split up and explore," she suggested, trying to mask her own unease with bravado. Reluctantly, Mia and Nicole agreed. As they moved deeper into the mansion, the atmosphere thickened with dread. Sarah ventured into the study, her heart racing with every creak of the old floorboards. The whispers grew louder, coiling around her mind like smoke. Meanwhile, Mia climbed the staircase, drawn by the sound of a soft tapping. She paused at a door, its edges ghostly in the dim light. With a tentative push, she opened it, revealing a small room. Inside, a rocking chair moved back and forth, seemingly on its own. "What the?" Mia whispered, stepping closer, but before she could react, the door slammed shut behind her, locking her inside. The temperature dropped, a suffocating cold enveloping her, as a dark figure materialized in the shadows. Its face twisted into a horrific grin. Back downstairs, Sarah and Nicole waited anxiously for Mia. "Where is she?" Nicole asked, her voice trembling. "Maybe she's just exploring," Sarah replied, trying to stay calm, but panic clawed at her chest. Suddenly, footsteps echoed through the hallway. Mia reappeared, but something was profoundly off. Her movements were rigid, her eyes vacant. "Mia?" Sarah asked, dread pooling in her stomach. Nicole gasped, pointing at the mirror. "Look!" In the mirror, Mia's reflection contorted grotesquely, a twisted smile revealing sharp, jagged teeth. "She's with us now," the reflection taunted, sending chills through Sarah and Nicole. The room darkened as shadows swirled around them, pulling at their limbs. "Run!" Sarah yelled, grabbing Nicole's arm, but the shadows fought back, dragging them toward the mirror. "The mirror!" Sarah shouted, recalling the stories. "We have to break it!" They charged toward the mirror, but angry spirits surged forward, their screams echoing in the air. "Don't break it!" they wailed, their voices merging into a cacophony of anguish. "Your souls are trapped!" Sarah cried out, desperation fueling her strength. "You're keeping Mia trapped too!" With resolve, she picked up a heavy piece of wood from the floor and swung it at the mirror. The glass cracked, a shockwave of pain rippling through the room. "Help me!" Mia's voice cried from within the glass, a plea that ignited Sarah's determination. Sarah and Nicole struck the mirror again and again, each blow sending shards flying. The spirits grew furious, their forms writhing in agony. Just when hope seemed lost, the mirror glowed with an intense light. With one last, desperate swing, the mirror shattered, releasing a blinding flash. As the darkness swirled around them, the air warmed and the shadows shrank back. Mia fell to the floor, gasping as her true self returned. "You saved me!" she cried, tears streaming down her cheeks. Just as relief washed over them, the mansion began to tremble, the walls cracking as they stumbled outside. They barely made it through the door as the structure collapsed behind them, sending dust and debris into the air. Breathing heavily, Nicole looked at Sarah, still shaken. How did you know about the mirror? Sarah took a deep breath, the adrenaline still pulsing through her veins. I heard a story about this town. A witch fell in love with a king, but he couldn't marry her. Heartbroken, she trapped his soul in a mirror and cursed it. Anyone who gazed into it would be taken to a dark world. Nicole shivered, glancing back at the crumbling mansion. So we freed the spirits by breaking it? Yes, Sarah nodded, but unease gripped her heart. But it was risky. That mirror held all the souls, including Mia's. As they walked away from the ruins, the sun rose, casting away the darkness of night. Yet as the warmth of day broke over Blackwood Hollow, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that something had followed them. Days passed, but shadows lurked in the corners of their minds. The whispers returned, curling around Sarah's thoughts, always just out of reach. One night, she received a notification on her phone. Your video has gone viral, 100K views. Curious, she clicked the link. The thumbnail made her blood run cold. It was a frame from their visit, the dark figure lurking behind them, waiting. And in that moment, Sarah realized the horror was far from over. The line between reality and nightmare had blurred, leaving them trapped in an endless cycle of terror. Thank you for joining me in the shadows. If you enjoyed the journey, please subscribe and share a creepy Vault 45 with friends, because some chills are best when we're not alone.